This is Mark Gutkowski with Windermere, and we're doing the sewer scope. Yeah, it still wasn't doing it. Okay, we got it now though. We came in on the north end. There's a clean out valve. We're by the bathroom that is the guest's bath, not the master bath. But they use the same system to go through. So far, it's been clean. So what's the pink color that we're seeing?
That's clay pipe.
That's clay
pretty much on the outside of the house towards the front now.
Okay, so we went quickly through the house and got to the clay. So do you think this is plumbed separate from the kitchen side of the house?
No, they connect together.
Oh, they do? Okay.
They do connect together, just that they connect somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
But that's the cleaner that you see on the left-hand side when you enter the main door.
Right by the front door, there's the clean out?
That's, from there forward, there's going to be clay pipe.
Okay. If you didn't guess, I started a little bit late on this because I wasn't getting the record button hit, but it was clear.
I'm going to put it out later so you can...
Yeah, and we'll see it on the way out as well. So at this point, we're probably going through the front yard to the street. Is that what's going on? Okay. There's a clean out or a connection?
There's a connection.
So clay pipe is not porous, so it typically wears really well, which is kind of what we're seeing here, right? This is very, very good. As long as it doesn't separate or have roots, it's usually fine.
I'm going to go from here.
Okay.
But it looks pretty good.
Okay, so it looks like there's probably not a problem. You're at the end of your line, basically, right? How long is that line?
133 feet away from this point forward.
Okay, so we're 100...
pretty much go into the house and then over. It stopped somewhere in the middle of the front yard.
Okay, so we're about 133 feet out. That's how much line he has. So from the clean out on the north end, we're probably in the middle of the... middle of the front yard.
Yeah.
So we can also use that clean out by the front door
Yes.
to find out to the rest of the way of the street.
Yes.
Okay. How did it look?
It looks pretty good. You know, it's really good for being a house. Or I don't know exactly how old it is, but it's good. The only thing I see, and let me see if I can see one of those connections that we saw earlier. Is usually clay pipe is on the outside of the house.
Okay.
You don't see clay pipe inside the house. What that told me is probably that right there. This one here is just a connection. It could be the one cleaner up front.
You think it might be the front door?
Yes, or it could be just a simple connection from somewhere on the other side of the house that it just connects somewhere on the up front.
I see. Okay.
But
it's
really rare. First, my experience, I never seen clay pipe inside a house.
Inside a house?
So, I mean...
So you're curious whether the clay actually comes underneath the house?
Yes.
Okay. Is that problematic? Or just unique?
No, it's not, because you don't have a problem right now. But, I mean, actually, like you say, I never seen clay pipe under a house. It usually go from cast iron to...
I see.
Which we're gonna see cast iron as far as we start pulling out. So that's why I'm just more saying that it's just a connection somewhere up front instead of being under the house.
Okay. So this clay pipe should transition to cast iron because it's typical the cast iron pipe is going to be what's underneath the house.
For the age of the house, yes, it's typical to have cast iron instead of ABS.
Right.
Which we're gonna see a small section of ABS as well.
Oh, okay. So it's mainly cast iron, should be, under the house.
That right there, it could be a cleaner or just a simple connection, which is on the top of the
okay.
clay pipe. Oh, there you go. You see that? That's pretty much a connection. Transition from
Oh, that's the clay to the...
This is the ABS, and this is clay.
Okay, so actually this house has clay all the way to... So that's not cast iron, that's ABS.
No, you're going to transition to cast iron too.
Okay, but this is ABS that we're seeing right here. Okay.
Just maybe a section of, let me see, you see that right there on the bottom here?
Yeah.
That's another connection right there.
Okay. Is that bottom actually the top and we're upside down?
Yes.
Okay.
It's just that the screen is upside down, but this is the bottom of the pipe and this is the top of the pipe.
Okay.
And that's cast iron.
Okay, so there was a small section of ABS,
Yes,
and now we're into cast iron
about
again.
10 feet of
10 feet ABS? Okay.
And the cast iron, I mean, it looks pretty good to be cast iron.
Okay, the cast iron looks like it's in good shape. You can see the water there on the left-hand side of the screen, so that's the bottom. And there we go, we just came out. Okay, now we're at the front door doing the clean out. You can see the reflection of our technician.
Yeah. So there's pretty much what we call a two-way clean out.
Okay.
One side goes to the inside of the house, the other side goes towards the front of the house. The camera actually right now is pointing towards the one is going to go towards the street.
Okay.
The one on the other side, on the bottom of the screen, that's going towards the inside of the house. So I'm just going to push it towards the front for now.
Okay, so we're going towards the street. We hit clay almost immediately.
I mean, and that right there, you can see here, it must be an extra clean out, maybe a tidy in another connection or something, like right after the
Okay. I love watching the roaches.
Yeah.
How fun.
And here are. I know on the previous video we said that it's actually coming through here.
Yeah.
It's not. It's connecting somewhere on the front yard, and this here is where the other one lines comes in from that master.
Oh, okay, so the 130 feet we did from the other one is connecting
pretty
here.
much inside the house, and it's just coming out straight out. It doesn't come through.
So this line is probably just from the kitchen and the bathrooms down this
yeah,
direction?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. So.
And again, we're starting from the front door. Oh, it's like a Disney ride. It's
Yes.
so exciting.
And that right there is the main line on the street. It must be a manhole or something on the street where all the houses on the cul-de-sac connect.
Okay, so that was nice and smooth and no problem and good
Yeah.
connection. Okay.
So I'm just get it out now.
All right, so we're going to try this again, and we're going to go to that same split, but this time try to work our way back into the south wing of the house.
And as you see, just from that cleaner up is pretty much cast iron, which means the cast iron gets to this cleaner, and from this cleaner forward, it's ABS. Just like I was telling you earlier, ABS, I mean clay, sorry.
Clay. It's clay from here forward.
Clay towards the front.
Okay.
Clay pipe is really rare, and on my experience, I never seen clay inside a house.
Okay.
Unless there's an addition that didn't mean the commit or anything.
Well, and that's why there was clay outside, or there was clay on that other one for so long, because it immediately went outside. It wasn't going under the
Yes.
house.
So all these issues.
So right now we're going towards the kitchen or
Towards the kitchen.
somewhere. Okay, now there's a split.
This are just like a ventilation, maybe a sink or something, and you're looking at the joint pointing towards you, but that's because we're going backwards instead.
Right. So that's probably even the bathroom, the first of the bathrooms, perhaps.
And that must be a connection for a toilet since it's bigger connection.
Okay, so this is probably the powder room, actually. Oh, and Yoda's visiting us. Okay, there's water filled up. Now he was running the dishwasher. Okay, we're underwater. Okay, so there was an area there. What was that? What do you think that was with all that water?
I saw the camera kind of jumping down. That means it has some sort of a offset. The pipe must be an offset or something.
Okay.
On that way out, we're gonna try to stop and see where that spot is. That way we
Okay.
can mark it down. And as you see, there's a joint where maybe two bathrooms, two toilets or something.
Right.
They come together. So the camera is just gonna go to the easiest point, which is straightforward.
Okay. And then there's another
There's another
connection.
one there. And that's a sweep up, which is pretty much the last,
That's the end of this
the end
line.
of the line pretty much, which is gonna be maybe a toilet or a sink.
Should we figure out where that is? Is that the next thing to do?
Unless,
Or do-
if you wanna go ahead and run water, we can find out.
Okay, I will go do that.
Comes from the corner.
Okay, so I flushed it in the furthest bathroom to the north, to the south, and all we saw, we've been pulling back a little bit, pulling back.
That's from, it probably came from there.
All right, so now we need to, okay, so it's all the way past that, that's fine. Now the thing is where that depression was, right? We really need to figure out where that
Yeah, if you
water
wanna
was.
go ahead and flash it again, that way we can see, but I'm sure the water was coming from this area.
Okay,
which
let me
is the
go.
further side.
Let me go look. It's in good shape.
Yeah, cast iron, pipe, metal pipe, being from the 50s is.
All right, so right now we're backing it up to try to find out where depression is located. All right, so that's it there, right?
Yeah, we're just gonna try to see where it stops and we're gonna.
I'm trying to get a better picture, but there's not much
Yeah,
of a picture there. It's
that
just sort of
reflection is really.
milky white.
Yeah.
That's what we got, water. So the interesting thing is if anything got stuck in this area and dried out, then it would
Yeah.
probably create a...
There's no, it doesn't seem like there's anything.
So there's no detectable...
No, there's no drum, there's no anything that is holding it. It's just the pipe must be
lower at that
lower
point.
in that spot. Yes. But I see.
Okay.
Just let me make sure. Yeah, it's just the pipe is lower in that spot, but there's nothing obstructing it, so everything should be okay.
So it's not a problem that it goes.
I mean,
it should ideally, of course, go.
Ideally, it should be completely dry. It should be there should be no water standing on the bottom of the pipe. But there's nothing holding the water, which means the pipe is just a little bit lower in that spot, and that's it.
So as long as the toilet is flushed every once in a while, it's going to get that
Yes.
cleared out. No big deal.
Yes, that way no toilet paper, no nothing gets stuck in there.
Okay. That's good to know.